The unseen tragedy. A homeless man's life lost in the shadows of a city cleanup. The death of James Edward Oakley, a 58-year-old Vallejo resident, last year, initially reported as a tragic accident involving a backhoe and illegally dumped construction materials, now casts a stark and unsettling light on the vulnerability of the homeless population. While the official narrative initially painted a picture of an unfortunate mishap during a routine city cleanup operation, recently unearthed details paint a far more complex and deeply troubling story, raising serious questions about accountability, oversight, and the city's responsibility towards its most vulnerable citizens. The incident unfolded during a city-led effort to clear an area identified as an illegal dumping site. A preliminary report from a Bay Area NBC affiliate stated that a public works crew, utilizing a backhoe, was removing illegally dumped bags of construction material when they discovered Oakley's body. Crucially, this initial report failed to mention the backhoe's direct involvement in Oakley's death. Only 2 months later did the city acknowledge the horrifying truth. James Oakley had been crushed to death by the very equipment intended to clean the site. The subsequent investigation by local police concluded the death was accidental, a finding echoed by the district attorney's office, which cited insufficient evidence to pursue criminal charges. However, this official narrative leaves a gaping void of explanation. The city offered no insights into the events leading up to Oakley's death, failing to address the critical question of why the cleanup crew didn't notice Oakley's presence before commencing operations, a question that cuts to the heart of the tragedy. Now, a death investigation report obtained by KQED, the Bay Area's NPR affiliate, sheds new light on this devastating incident, revealing details previously withheld from the public. Prepared by a sheriff's deputy, the report offers a glimpse into the events that culminated in Oakley's untimely demise, highlighting potential oversights that could have been avoided. This report, and the questions it raises, are not just about a single tragic event, but about a system's failure to protect its most marginalized citizens. The report's findings, while not publicly released in their entirety, underscore the unsettling reality that Oakley's death may not have been a mere accident. It reveals a series of potential failures in observation, communication, and ultimately, a profound lack of regard for the human life existing within the shadow of a city-led cleanup operation. The possibility that Oakley's presence was entirely overlooked during the preparation and execution of the operation exposes a chilling negligence. Did the crew not perform a proper assessment of the area before starting the clearing operation? Was there a lack of communication or protocols in place to ensure the safety of anyone potentially present at the site? The questions raised by the report are far-reaching and demand thorough answers. Kathleen McNeil, a founding member of the Vallejo Homeless Union, eloquently articulates the deeper implications of this tragedy. He died because he was homeless. How do you miss that? There's no amount of trash that's going to justify them running over somebody with a backhoe. It's like we don't matter, but we do. Her poignant words underscore the systemic issues that contributed to Oakley's death. It's a statement that resonates far beyond the confines of Vallejo, highlighting the pervasive invisibility and vulnerability experienced by many within the homeless community. This is not merely a case of accidental death. It is a tragic illustration of systemic indifference and the devastating consequences of overlooking the humanity of those living on the margins of society. Oakley's death demands more than just a cursory investigation and a dismissal as an accident. It demands a thorough review of safety protocols for city cleanup operations, a commitment to ensuring the visibility and safety of the homeless population, and a critical examination of the systemic biases that may have contributed to this tragedy. It is a call for accountability, a demand for justice, and a plea to acknowledge that the lives of the homeless matter just as much as those who live within the comfort and safety of permanent housing. The tragedy of James Edward Oakley's death serves as a stark reminder of the urgent need for systemic change to protect the most vulnerable members of our society and ensure that such tragedies never happen again. The weight of his unseen life, lost amidst the debris of a city cleanup, calls for profound and lasting reform.